The rabbit had organized an attack on the house, throwing many stones, some of which hit Alice's face. But to her astonishment, when these stones fell to the ground, they turned into little cakes. Alice hesitated whether to eat them or not. Would eating them make her smaller? Well, she couldn't possibly get any larger. So, she decided to give it a try. She swallowed a piece of the little cake, and instantly she began to shrink rapidly. When she had shrunk small enough to fit through the door, she dashed out of the house. Outside, she saw a group of small animals and birds waiting for her. Poor Bill the lizard was in the middle, supported by 2 guinea pigs, who were pouring something from a bottle into his mouth. As soon as Alice appeared, they all rushed towards her, and she barely managed to escape. Soon, she safely reached a dense forest. As Alice wandered through the woods, she said to herself, "My first task is to return to my normal size, and the second is to find the path to the lovely little garden. That's my best plan." It sounded like an excellent plan, and it was beautifully simple, except for the fact that she didn't know how to achieve it. As she anxiously wandered through the woods, she heard a faint barking from above. She quickly looked up, and there was a large hunting dog staring down at her with big, round eyes. And it lightly extended a paw to grab her. "Poor little thing," Alice said in a soothing tone, while also trying to whistle at it. But in reality, she was terrified because she thought the dog might be hungry and would likely try to eat her. She hardly knew what to do, so she picked up a small stick and extended it toward the dog. The dog immediately jumped up and barked happily, pretending to bite at the stick. Alice quickly hid behind a row of bushes to avoid being knocked over by the excited dog. Just as she had moved to the other side, the dog launched a second charge at the stick. It charged too eagerly, missed the stick each time, and somersaulted. Alice felt as if she were playing with the same horse, and there was always a risk of being trampled by it. So, she continued to circle around the bushes. The dog made a series of charges at the stick, each time overshooting it, then backing up far away, and panting heavily with its tongue hanging out of its mouth. This was Alice's chance to escape, and she turned and ran, running until she was out of breath. The dog's barking gradually faded into the distance. But what a lovely dog it was! As Alice leaned against a blade of grass, fanning herself with a blade of grass, she said, "If only I were my normal size, I'd love to teach it many tricks. Oh dear, I almost forgot. I still need to figure out how to grow back to my normal size. Let me think, how can I do that? I should eat or drink something, but what should I eat or drink?" Indeed, the biggest problem was what to eat or drink. Alice looked at the flowers and plants around her but found nothing edible or drinkable. There was a large mushroom nearby, almost as tall as she was. She examined the lower edge and the back of the mushroom, wondering if she should also check the top. She tiptoed and looked up along the mushroom's edge, immediately spotting a big blue caterpillar. What on earth was that?